Greetings and salutations everyone, this is No Code Gaming, and I'd like to welcome you back to another Master Duel video. And in this video, we will be covering, in my opinion, the worst of the three loner decks in the Fusion Festival. Now, don't get me wrong, Frightfurs and Fluffals, very good archetype, both in flavor and in playstyle. However, I feel like the loner deck is not built with that playstyle in mind, as for example, we are missing Fluffal wings and we only have one toy vendor. Additionally, we'd have an easy way to get toy vendor into the GY. The deck is pretty much straightforward. It is an OTK deck centered around fusion summoning your big monsters, clearing out your opponent's field, and then attacking in for game. With the main deck monsters, we have a few cards that allows you to search or special summon cards from hand or graveyard, so you have the necessary materials to summon your bigger fusion monsters. So cards like Fluffal Dog is one of your starters. When it's normal or special summon, you can add a Edge Imp Sabers or a Fluffal monster from your deck to your hand, except of course for Fluffal Dog. This allows you to get the materials needed to summon say cards like Frightful Tiger or Frightfur Kraken. Additionally, some of the Fluffal monsters, when used for fusion materials, they have a additional effect that gives them some sort of value. In the case of Penguin, you can draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. In the case of Dolphin, you can recycle one of your fusion or polymerization spells. Yes, this does include Super Poly, and the other smaller Fluffals have abilities that allow them to recycle or return cards from banish or graveyard. Now, the Edge Imp cards. Edge Imp Sabers, it allows you to return a card from hand, put it on top of your deck, and then special summon Edge Imp Sabers from GY. Edge Imp Chain allows you to search out another Edge Imp Chain when it attacks. Additionally, if it's sent from hand or field to the graveyard, you can add a Frightfur card from deck to your hand. This includes any spell or any monster card, but we only have one Frightfur card in the deck as is. And the last Edge Imp Scythe, we have the ability to fusion summon on your opponent's main phase. Generally, I use Scythe's ability to get a Frightfur Cruel Whale, so I can destroy one card on the opponent's field at instant speed. Generally, I get Frightfur Cruel Whale, so I can have a quick effect destruction on my opponent's side of the turn using Imp Scythe. Let's see here. The other support cards, of course, are Polymerization, Monster Reborn. You know what these cards do. They're very powerful. Called by the Grave, very powerful. Same thing with Necrofusion. The specific cards to this archetype, though, are Frightfur Fusion. It allows you to fusion summon by banishing from GY or field. Frightfur Patchwork is one of your starters / extenders. Allows you to search out a Edge Imp monster and a Poly, so you have an easier time fusion summoning. Frightfur Repair is actually a pretty good card. You can return a Frightfur Fusion monster from GY back to your extra deck, and then you can special summon a Fluffal or Edge Imp from your GY. It has a secondary effect. You can banish this card and then special summon a Fluffal or Edge Imp monster from your hand. However, you can only use one of these effects per turn. This deck also comes with a counter trap in the form of Frightfur March. Allows you to just negate any effect that targets a Frightfur monster. Make sure it targets, not things like Super Poly. Super Poly does not target, so careful with that. It negates the activation and destroys a card, and then you can send that Frightfur from field to graveyard and then special summon a Frightfur monster. In that case, I actually use it to summon Frightfur Sabertooth, so I can bring back the monster that was targeted. Now, how do we get about doing the OTK I mentioned earlier? Simple. Summon Frightfur Sabertooth, use Sabertooth's effect, bring back Kraken or Tiger. Now, how do we go about actually OTKing our opponents? Simple. We use Frightfur Tiger or Frightfur Kraken to clear your opponent's field. And then, barring that you have the resources, use Tiger or Kraken to fusion summon into Frightfur Sabertooth. Use Sabertooth's effect on fusion summon to special summon a Frightfur monster from your GY, so bring back the card that you used as material. And then OTK your opponent from there, hopefully. If not, inflict a ton of damage. And with that, let's get on with the replays. So, as I showcased, the deck is very much a beatdown deck. There is some disruption, but not as much as decks like Invoked or the Destiny Hero one. It doesn't have that much interaction with your opponent's monsters as well, unlike the Predaplant Loner deck. Overall, yeah, it's a very straightforward deck that allows you to just wail on your opponent for big numbers. And someone who has more experience with Fluffal or Frightfur can probably play this deck quite a bit better than I did in the replays, but that is neither here nor there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like if you liked the video, subscribe if you so desire, and have a great rest of your day.